Hello, little dreamers, and welcome back to our cozy bedtime stories. It's time to snuggle up, get comfy, and let your imagination take flight. Tonight's story is full of wonder, magic, and gentle adventure. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, in and out, and let the sleepy stars guide you into the dream world. Are you ready? Let's begin. In a quiet little town nestled between rolling hills and whispering woods, there was a train station that never showed up on maps. It was hidden behind a bakery that always smelled like cinnamon, and it only appeared when the clock struck midnight and the moon was high in the skies. This was no ordinary train station, and the train that arrived was no ordinary train. It was the train to tomorrow, a magical silver locomotive with glowing windows and stars painted on its sides. Its wheels didn't turn on tracks. They glided just above them, floating softly like feathers. Every night, the train came to pick up dreamers, children who closed their eyes and wished hard enough to travel into the future. One such child was a curious boy named Theo, who had wild curls, big glasses, and an endless love for asking, "What if?" Theo had heard stories from his grandmother about the train to tomorrow, but no one believed they were real. That didn't stop him. Every night, he sat by his window with a tiny backpack, packed with a flashlight, a journal, and a pencil. And one night, just as the moon turned silver and the clock struck midnight, he saw it, a soft light behind the bakery and the faint sound of a whistle. Theo tiptoed outside, heart pounding. The train was waiting for him. Doors open, steam gently rising like fog from a dream. The conductor, a tall fox in a vest and cap, tipped his hat and said, "One ticket to tomorrow." Theo nodded eagerly and climbed aboard. Inside, the train was filled with cozy compartments, soft glowing lanterns, and windows that showed galaxies swirling outside. Each car had something different. One was a floating library with books that read themselves. Another had soft cloud beds where stuffed animals whispered bedtime stories of their own. But the most magical car of all was the one that took Theo to the future he imagined. As the train whooshed through stars and time, the fox conductor explained, "Every child's tomorrow is different. The train shows you what your heart dreams about when no one's watching." Theo passed fields of rainbow-colored plants, cities in the sky, and oceans filled with floating lanterns. Then the train slowed, and he stepped into his future, a world where he was an inventor. His workshop floated above the waterfall and was powered by laughter. Friendly robots helped him build dream machines that turned wishes into butterflies. And there was a garden where thoughts bloomed into music. He saw grown-up Theo helping children dream bigger, asking questions, and building things that made the world kinder. He even met his future self, who gave him a tiny notebook. "Everything you dream matters," future Theo said, "even the silly ones, especially the silly ones." Theo didn't want to leave, but the fox conductor gently reminded him, "It's time to return. Tomorrow will be waiting when you wake." As the train rode back through time, Theo curled up in a soft cloud bed, hugging his notebook tightly. He awoke in his bed just as morning sunlight peeked through the curtains. He ran to his window, but the train was gone. But the notebook was still there. Theo smiled. He opened it, grabbed his pencil, and began to draw his first invention, a kite that sang lullabies when it flew. And from that day on, every night, he dreamed a little bigger. And somewhere behind the cinnamon-scented bakery, the train to tomorrow waits for the next child brave enough to wonder. And now, our story comes to a gentle close. The stars are shining quietly above, and the world is still and calm. You've traveled far tonight through dreams and wonder, and now it's time to rest. Let your eyes stay closed, your thoughts float softly, and let sleep wrap around you like a warm, cozy blanket. Good night, little dreamer. Sleep well, and we'll see you again in the next bedtime adventure.